Traded in the Jew, a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop home game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
First carry for Royce Freeman, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Over!
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Freeman. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Super 66.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Super one.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to air one out. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up. 2nd and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw here. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos will add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Leopard!
And on the ground they go with a running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. So that'll be caught by Cup. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And the return will stop right around the 25. Looking for Woods that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit.
This is Freeman. And an alley to run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And McManus able to put it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
We got that. 120.
Out of the gun. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, fellas, here we go. Ric Flair. 43 in the mic.
On 1st down, gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Now he'll escape to his right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Cut! 20!
Now gone. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Second and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. Goff going to keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jared Goff, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos add on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Left!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Listen.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Right side complete. That's Woods. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. from the gun. Here's Gone. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gone. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He got 29 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.